I'm Maria Bartiromo. President Trump's framework peace deal with Iran sending oil prices lower this week and raising expectations that the biggest inflation shock of the year may be fading as a 60-day clock ticks to work out a permanent deal and the future of Iran's nuclear program. Vice President J.D. Vance postponing his trip to Switzerland this weekend for further negotiations. But here is the VP touting the deal on Thursday.
The president's peace plan in Iran is already bearing real fruits for the American people. Last night, 12.5 million barrels of oil went through the Strait of Hormuz. That is a high since the beginning of the conflict. I've seen skeptics of the deal. People say the Iranians will never change their behavior. Well, maybe that's true, and if so, they don't get any of the benefits of the bargain. But isn't it worth trying?
Markets cheering the prospect of a calmer energy market with oil falling to the lowest level in more than 3 months, while average gasoline prices are below $4 a gallon, worse so on Friday. The big question now, if the deal holds, will we see an economic breakthrough here at home, giving Republicans a boost heading into the midterm elections? Joining me now is House Majority Leader, Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise. Majority Leader, great to have you. Welcome.
Hey, great to be with you as always, Maria. Thanks for having me.
First, let's get your assessment of this deal. Of course, we know that the Khomeini in Iran said that he never agreed to the memo of understanding. They weren't going to go to Switzerland. Then J.D. Vance is now not going to Switzerland. What should we take away from this postponement of a planned signage of that deal in Switzerland that was supposed to take place this weekend?
Well, Maria, as the vice president just said, I mean, it's important that you see President Trump working to get a peace deal. This has been the peace president, but ultimately the objectives have been the same from the beginning from President Trump, and that is to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. No other president's done that. Every president's wanted to do it, thought about doing it, but frankly, some of the past deals allowed Iran to move forward to get a nuclear weapon. And so this has taken us in the opposite direction by, number one, destroying their nuclear capabilities. The enriched uranium is clearly going to be on the table. But you can see from oil prices already, we've already seen a 30% drop in the price of a barrel of oil just in the last 2 months because the president announced this deal. Prices, as you mentioned, are below $4 a gallon and heading in the right direction for families. So that's an important point that shows that I think most people realize this is probably the closest we've come. You know, Reagan said trust but verify, which we obviously will do. But I think it shows that this president has put together an amazing coalition. All the Middle Eastern countries are united with the United States against Iran. That had never happened before.
Yeah, great points all around. Meanwhile, the House returns to Washington this upcoming week, facing a rapidly closing window to advance the president's agenda before the August recess. House Republicans laying the groundwork for a potential third reconciliation bill, but Senate Majority Leader John Thune told me they simply do not have the votes to do so, and they do not have enough time to get the votes. You now have the Pentagon telling Capitol Hill it needs $80 billion or it could run out of money for operations this summer. What are your thoughts on what gets done when you return Monday and when you only have, 15 legislative days left before the August recess?
Yeah, there's still many things that we want to do. If you look, there's a major housing bill that we just got an agreement over a few days ago. And this is a bill that will lower housing costs. Again, a very important issue for families across America. French Hill, his committee did a phenomenal job at negotiating a deal with the Senate. And this is a bipartisan agreement, Maria, a bill that will get to President Trump's desk. President Trump called for a housing bill. We're going to deliver that for him maybe as early as next week. So I think that's a major victory that we're still working towards. We're also working towards Reconciliation 3.0. I get it's hard. You know, you wake up every day with a 2-seat majority. You don't have to tell me how hard things are. We came here to do hard things, to do important things. We're focused on fraud in that reconciliation bill to save taxpayers' money so we can stop these crazy leering centers and literally theft of taxpayer money that's going on all across this country. I've been working with people like Dr. Oz, who's laid out a lot of things that he's seen and some of these important programs that Americans count on, where criminal organizations, in many cases from foreign countries, are stealing up to $100 billion of your tax dollars. We're focused on that in a reconciliation bill. Sadly, Democrats are all against it. That's why John Thune said it's hard to get, because, again, like the first and second reconciliation bill, not a single Democrat wants to help get this country back on track. It's frankly one of the reasons why their party has fallen off the ledge, why they're going to lose in November, why we're going to hold the House in the midterms.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm wondering if, in fact, the Republicans are also divided within the Senate. The president seems to be frustrated with the fact that the Senate can't get any of his presidential agenda across the finish line. Like, what about the Save America
Well, you know, Save America is another, look, we've worked on, including, you know, you look at Save America, sent it, the House sent it multiple times to the Senate.
Yeah.
We're trying to fit it in a reconciliation bill, Maria, which means, you know, they're using the 60 vote argument. It would only need 51 if we can get elements, not all necessarily, but there are some items of Save America we think can fit in a reconciliation bill. We're going to give that another shot and send it back over to the Senate. You know, they've got to make some effort. I want to see that bill get to President Trump's desk because it's so important that you solidify the sanctity of the vote. Just show a picture ID to vote. Is that really complicated? It's like an 85-15 issue with the American people. Everybody, including Democrats, get it. When you get it on an airplane, you have to show an ID. You want to buy a six-pack of beer. How about literally the franchise of American democracy to vote? Just prove who you are.
Yeah, great points. Meanwhile, we're hearing more stories of international World Cup visitors having an amazing time in the U.S. So happy to be here. But compare that with this new poll as America gears up for its 250th anniversary. A new poll shows 24% of Democrats and independents claim they do not plan to celebrate 4th of July at all. Even CNN found that disturbing. Watch this.
Even on the basic level of flag, look at this. Look at how we have an increasing polarization on this issue. We'll display the flag on July 4th, the American flag. Back in July of 2001, look at this. Republicans basically are where they were 25 years ago, right? 64%. But look at that Democratic percentage, absolutely plummeting. Just 27% of Democrats say they will, in fact, display the flag.
What do you make of that?
It just shows you the hatred that fuels the far left. And I'm talking about the Mondami wing of the Democrat Party that's taken over. I love this country. 250 years we're celebrating the greatest country in the history of the world.
Absolutely.
Look, if those people hate America, where are they going to go, Maria? Go to Moscow. Go to Beijing. I dare them. But you see these people coming from other countries, European countries, having the time of their lives. They're shocked. They're looking at the stadiums going, my God, these places are amazing. Just the freedoms. They're blown away by freedom, even coming from Europe, let alone if they come from a Middle Eastern, a foreign country in the Soviet bloc. They love freedom when they come from other places because nobody else has it as good as we do. And yet liberals every day wake up trying to trash this country. It's almost like they hate themselves, so they want to hate the country. This is the greatest place in the history of the world. And if you really hate it, go try another place out for a couple of weeks. You'll be begging to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank God for the great country of America. And thank you for your leadership. Thanks for being here this weekend.